So let's start with the session. And hi everyone. So my name is Vinod Krishna. Uh, this was my sixth attempt in civil services examination, and I have secured All India rank 577 fortunately this time. And I also secured All India rank 109 in Indian Forest Service uh, last year in 2023 examination. Post that, I took an extension of about an leave of 1 year, and I wrote this exam this year, last year examination, and I was able to secure this. In this examination, first of all, I'll start with my examination journey. So I started my preparation in 2019, around April. So I started to prepare for civil services examination with IAS in my mind. So IAS or IPS, certainly. And so I started this journey uh, after while doing my job itself. So I graduated from IIT Kharagpur in 2017 in electronics background, and then I started working in a company called SAP Labs for about 4 years, from 2017 to 2021. But while I was working in SAP Labs itself, I was thinking about next career options, and I started to prepare. I decided I would pursue civil services, and I started preparing for this examination in my job itself. So, a brief thing about myself would be I'm from Andhra Pradesh. I'm from Nellore, Andhra Pradesh, and I was born and brought up in Nellore itself, and where I had completed my studies up to 12th class. Then I went to IIT Kharagpur to pursue my BTech, and from 2013 to 2017. Then I secured a job in my campus placement itself in 27. From 2017, I started working there, and I resigned in March 2021 during this COVID time. And from then, I started. I was completely into the UPSC preparation, but I was into UPSC preparation from 2019 itself, and where I gave some attempts also. So finally, I got 577 rank this time, and my optional is mathematics. The mathematics is a subject which I was comfortable doing with, and there were many positive results and success stories with mathematics, and people are getting good scores, and that made it a very obvious choice for me to pursue it as an optional for me. So hence. Selection of optional was always an easy decision for me. It was never a tough situation. But the point I would like to highlight is uh, so considering your aptitude, interests, and the frequency of the success in the examination, these factors should guide you in selection of optional rather than some others' influence. So here, my personal interest and the success in the examination and my overall availability of resources and material made me to take mathematics as an optional. So, uh, and so regarding my UPSC journey, uh, regarding my UPSC journey, I would say I started it in 2019 April. Then I prepared along with with my job. I finished GS and Maths ka syllabus, and I gave my attempt without any preparation in 2019. So which was wasted, and I would sincerely advise all the students across the country to not waste their attempt, any attempt. That means without any preparation, don't give any attempt, because every attempt is very much valuable. Because in my case, had I not attempted 2019 ka attempt, so I would have one more attempt left, and I would have given this year attempt in 2025 for rank improvement and even service upgradation for IAS. So that I am saying this with immense regret and pain. So I would sincerely advise to not to every aspirant to not waste their attempt. I think this has not been said by many across the platform, because many would have secured, or many would have forgotten this, but I remember this very much every time. So I would say that don't waste your attempt. In 2019, I wasted my attempt, first attempt, and so 2020 was my first serious attempt. But unfortunately, with COVID, then exam was postponed for a few months, and it was conducted in 2020 October. And but fortunately for me, clearing prelims, I cleared all the prelims I had attempted seriously with serious preparation. That means from 2020 to 2024, I cleared every prelims with a decent margin, and also I cleared prelims Indian Forest Service cutoff for 3 times, and so that makes me relatively quite comfortable with prelims examination. However, I'm not very good at mains examination, and hence it took me such long time to secure a rank in this examination. So that was a brief journey, and and I have been giving mains consistently, and my scores of mathematics have been hovering around 260 to 280. And this year I have secured my math score. My optional score is about 276, uh, and I have also secured 280 in 2022, and also 264 in 2021. So these were my optional scores, and they were decent but not very high. Unfortunately, maths as optional has been uh, scaled down significantly this year, and me, along with many of my friends and co-aspirants I know, have secured lower scores than their expectations. I was expecting somewhere around 295, 290 plus at least, and I got only 276. So this was the case across the maths community this year. So mathematics has been punished relatively this time. It has been they have been culling down the optional consistently over a period of time. Time was not there used to be times where mathematics used to score about 350s, 360s, and there would be many people over 300 marks. There were many rankers with 320s, 330s, and 360 used to be the top score. But gone are those days, and I think the highest score this time is 320. It's not even 330, 340 anymore. So highest score itself is 320, and hardly 10, 15 people are there over 300. So times have changed. However, mathematics as an optional will the biggest positive with mathematics optional is the reliability of the score. So have you if you do your problems well, if you solve the problems incorrectly and write those steps, you'd be assured of marks. Unlike with humanities, so take sociology or anthropology. If you write the same answer this year, you may get 120, and next year you might get 140 also. But you never know. But if you write the same answer for mathematics, if you are expecting 140 this year, you'll also get next year for sure 140. So that is a difference between the humanities and mathematics as an optional. So that is one thing regarding optional, and so uh, so after right um, regarding my journey in this thing. So I have written 4 mains only. So after when I cleared my first prelims in 2020, I was preparing for my mains along with the job itself. But just before the mains, on on January 7th, the mains was supposed to start. On Jan 5th, I was diagnosed with COVID positive, and me and my whole family, and hence I chose to not to go and attempt the examination, considering my family and my health. And along with that, I felt it is not ethical on my side to affect other aspirants. So I thought, since this was my first attempt itself, I have more attempts left, and so I thought I would leave the examination, and I left it. It was a difficult choice, but I had to make the decision in that particular time. Then from then I wrote. After that, I left my job because struggling. I was struggling with preparation along with my job and health. So this made it. I had to leave my job in March 2021. Then I started again. I started preparation for examination, and I wrote for May 2021 to 2024. Unfortunately, I could not clear my mains in 2021, where I secured about 737 in mains, and I could not clear the general cutoff there. Now, after that, again, I wrote 2022 comments and both forest service means and civil services means. I went to civil services interview and and I scored about 944 or 943 something, and I was out of the final list by 16 marks, 16 or 17 marks approximately. So again, I could not clear Indian Forest Service mains also, and I wrote 2023 again examination, and again wrote both civil services and Indian Forest Service mains. However, at this time, unfortunately, I could not clear civil services mains also, because mains itself, because I completely fumbled in my mathematics as a paper, and so I secured a very low score in mathematics. In examination, I had done a lot of mistakes. So I could not clear civil services mains, but fortunately I was able to recover mentally and physically everything in the 2 months time between civil services mains and forest service mains, and with serious preparation of last 20-25 days with the accumulated knowledge, I was able to give Indian Forest Service mains properly, and I went to that, and fortunately, I was able to secure a rank 109 last year around this time. And then in my final attempt, 2024, I gave the examination again with full energy, and I cleared both forest service and prelims CS civil services cutoff, and I gave my mains in September, and this time I had my interview, gave the interview, and I secured 577 rank. So since I had already got service in forest rank in forest service, and I'm getting a decent cadre, I chose to not give the forest service examination again. But yeah, so briefly, this was my brief journey in the examination. So now I will start taking up some questions. So regarding my selection, so uh, this time I was expect I'm the person who checked my final result, and actually, to be honest, I was pretty disappointed with my the rank, because I was expecting a lot better rank considering my performance in mains and interview. I was very sure of getting into the list. I was very confident, and I was expecting at least IPS or IAS at least IPS this time. However, unfortunately, I'm not going to get at least that IPS. So maybe due to the the dicey nature of this examination and the unpredictability nature of marking, just made me not get the desired service I want. Uh, like had I got about 15 more marks in examination, so I would have gotten into IPS. So I would have expected IPS. So unfortunately, it didn't happen. But I was very sure of it. But however, we should be grateful and accept the result as it was, and be very content and happy that I was into the final list, which finalist twice, not once, just but twice, and securing one of the prestigious and respectable and very impactful job which you can do for the country and across for the society. So considering that, like, I started accepting it, and I'm grateful. Finally, I'm really grateful for the result, for the positive result I had got. And so, regarding my success credit, so I would like to give it to my grandparents and my brother and my uncle. These people have continuously supported me from my childhood through to all my journey till here, while in securing the rank, and also many of my friends who supported me in this journey throughout my UPSC journey. There are some friends in UPSC preparation, and also outside of the UPSC preparation, those from my college and plus one and plus two. So some people have continuously supported me, and uh, they played a crucial role, not only as part of moral support and other things. So yeah. So the next one. So Yes. So prelims ka. So regarding prelims, so I would like to talk very about prelims because I have cleared all the prelims I have prepared for, and considering the increasing diciness of the examination. Uh, so prelims is something which everyone should focus upon, but because without clearing prelims, you can't write the mains examination, which will make you an IAS or IPS. So prelims is something which is getting very difficult day by day, and about our prelims, the focus first of all, the focus should be on finishing the basics and basic static books, which means like polity, Lakshmikant ka, geography, NCERTs, economy. There can be, you can take any basic book like Vivek Singh or Mrinal Sarkar notes, etc., etc. Anything. So first focus should be on finishing the static part ka basics. Because if you see, and the second one would be the PYQs. PYQs are the holy grail of this examination, especially for prelims. If you see, if you take last 20-30 years ka PYQs, especially last 10-15 years, and if you solve them, if you go through those questions again and again, and if you read about those options again and again, in-depth study, you will find a lot of content, and that content is enough to solve this exam, solve the new exam. And for example, in this paper, in 2025 paper, there is one question called Aragatta. It was asked already in 2019 or 2020, and if you do your PYQs well, you can directly answer that question. That was very easy. So there will be direct repetitions of PYQ questions, and some very directly, some the pattern will be repeated, like that, and some there are indirect linkages. Like there was a question about papaya, cashew, and such question has been asked about papaya, cashew. Has questions have been asked last year also, 2024. So if you search about them, if you read some extended content, relevant content about them by within the limits, you can always, if you gain that knowledge, you can, with that knowledge you can solve many more new questions in this examination. So in this year 2025. So and also there are other examples like say IMF. So there was one question in 2020 about IMF strategic reserves or something, gold tranche. So again in 2022, very similar question has been repeated. So there are ample number of examples which are being repeated over a period of, which are repeated in this examination. So the two things should be: one, basics, basic static part basics of every topic relevant to which is in the syllabus, like polity, geography, history, consider all the histories, and economy, environment, and science and tech. Then we should go for PYQs, solving the PYQs, reading the relevant content surrounding the PYQs, doing the mapping extensively, all mappings, India and world, physical geography, all the and all the oceans, all the ocean currents, etc., etc. Whatever we have, whatever has been asked in PYQs, mountains, passes, river cities, and lakes, etc., etc. What are all the important as much as possible? But caution should be, we should note, this should be done with a caution that you should not overdo anything, because you can't read everything under the sun, but you can cover as much as possible everything. That means you don't read everything in depth, but you cover as much wide as possible. So that you will have better knowledge, awareness, and with that awareness of wider topics, you can apply that knowledge to solve the questions in examination. So many people misunderstand this as knowing everything perfectly, but that is not the thing. you should have a fair idea about basics, and also you should have a fair idea, a fair knowledge about many things which are happening around you. However, but not every small detail, everything which is there in Wikipedia or anything. So caution should be that things should be kept. Caution should be kept in mind. So with that, how you can judge this is based on PYQs. So PYQs can help to draw those lines where you can limit yourself in the preparation. You can expand your horizons, but within the limits of PYQs and the patterns, the trends PYQs has been showing, and some important current affairs. And regarding current affairs, I would like to point out current affairs. You don't have to waste much of your time on current affairs. I see people wasting 50% of their time on current affairs, but for not even 10 to 20% of the marks in examination. They don't spend. But static part is where you will get 80 to 90% of the score in examination. But people spend less than 50% time of their time on focusing on static part. So my suggestion is to keep your current affairs very limited. So one has to read newspaper regularly. They don't have to make notes out of it because it's not very much essential. They can they can they can read they can read the newspaper. They follow it, update. They keep getting updated about the issue. Once you are done. Once you find, say, if you find a very good point or topic, very good important stat or very important finding about a particular issue, maybe you can take that point and add that to your notes. Say for India US relations, there was an important development. You can take that point and just keep it in your notes. You don't have to write the whole thing. You don't have to make the whole notes out of it. Just one or two lines point is enough, which you can add to your notes, and that's it. Just keep having awareness about these issues. Not, you don't have to go through it again and again. And focus should be on static part. And regarding this current affairs, many coaching materials are also available. So take one coaching material, not more, only one, which you find good, which you like it. Some coaching, some feel, some everyone like have their own preferences. Take one who keep updating their material. So if they whatever is there, it happened in last 6 months or 10 12 months, they will update in their material, and that is enough for you. And if you are reading your newspaper daily, you would have awareness about it already. So that awareness and this updated content at one place is enough for you to revise and add it to your. You can add it to your notes. You can reproduce it in an examination. You don't have to make notes out of the newspaper or put 3 to 4 hours a day on the current affairs itself. I think that will be a terrible waste of your time. I honestly advise not to waste much of your time on current affairs. Just put 1 to 1.5 hour a day at max. And next, and so PYQs. And for prelims, so static part, current affairs should be limited, and PYQs. Then mock test का practice तो ज़रूरत है to an extent. That means you can write some 15 to 20 tests or 25 tests, and you have to analyze those mocks, not just writing and checking those mocks itself. Uh, you need to analyze what mistakes you have committed, what mistakes you can avoid, and what mistakes you should not do. So you try not to repeat those mistakes. In that way, your mistakes will reduce. Say some people make 50 wrongs in examination, then their goal should be to reduce it to 40, then 30, then to 20. So gradually you can reduce your mistakes. So if you analyze your mistakes, classify them, there can be silly mistakes, there can be conceptual errors, there can be some errors which you didn't read, where you didn't read the question properly. So like that, you can classify your mistakes and try to reduce them. So this is very focused work. So from by that with that effort, you can certainly improve your prelims marks. I do know people who have improved their prelims marks from 60 70s to 90s and about 110 this time around. So it should be a gradual and consistent effort. So so you can people can do that. So there are a lot of videos available in the YouTube about how to analyze your prelims paper after test. So some people can follow them in whatever way they like. One should analyze that, identify the mistakes. They try to not repeat that mistakes again and again, and reduce them. So in that way, prelim score can be improved. So that one. And regarding CSAT, so since I'm from a mathematics optional background, and I have a good knack of solving problems, CSAT was never an issue for me. I usually score 140 around, and last time in 2024 I scored about 140 marks in CSAT. And I did this without any significant preparation. I just take few PYQ papers, and I solve them before examination. Before 1 week of examination, I solve them, and just it's for the flow of solving in examination, and I just go and I write the examination. So in that aspect, I did not prepare for CSAT since, that much, but I have some few things about CSAT, because one few observation in my experience. So one should not attempt too less questions. One should attempt at least say 45 to 50 questions, because if you attempt just 34 or 35 out of fear of not getting them right, even if you get one or two wrongs more, you will be out of you will not clear your CSAT cutoff 66. You'll get less than 66, and that will make your situation very dicey. So, and if you can't attempt very more, because it's difficult to solve in the examination setting, so my advice would be to solve at least 45 50, because there are some English reasoning, reading comprehension, which can be solved, and there will be some low hanging fruits in mathematics and reasoning, which can be solved with sincere, who prepared for the examination sincerely. So one should not attempt too less questions, and focus should be given on all the parts of the CSAT paper: the reading comprehension, and aptitude, quantitative aptitude, and reasoning. These three constitute three equal parts of the CSAT paper, and there will be some candidates who focus on maths and reasoning itself, and not attempting any question in reading comprehension. And that would be a grave, terrible mistake in my opinion. Because if the paper, say 2023 ka paper, so 2023 paper was one of the, it's the toughest CSAT paper ever. And in that, English was reading comprehension questions were very easy, and mathematics and reasoning questions were very difficult. If you are focusing just on mathematics and reasoning, you will not secure, it will be very difficult for you to secure those 66 marks. So the focus should be on equally on all the parts of exam, all the parts of the paper. So these two things. And yeah, so these are the two things I would like to advise regarding CSAT. And and regarding, I would like, and also CSAT ka practice. So CSAT ka practice, if you consider if you are scared about CSAT, I would say be consistent with your CSAT practice throughout the year. One should prepare consistently, be in touch with the problems, like how you do with GS1 prelims ka. So one should be regular in their practice with the CSAT. And PYQs, again, PYQs are repeated again and again in this examination. So PYQ should be your holy grail, either for reading comprehension, quantitative aptitude, and reasoning. So those things, those are some things I would like to tell for CSAT. And then I would like to come to mains. So mains is the area which will decide whether you will become, whether you are into the services or not. So regarding mains, so regarding GS papers, GS 123 and GS 4. So GS 123 ka, see, every paper has its own unique aspects about the paper, but underlying theme is, in GS, all the four GS papers, you need to write a decent answer of 150 words or 250 words within time bound limit of 7 minutes or 11 minutes. Within the time limit, you should write a decent answer which addresses the demand of the question. So the thing here is, we need to address the demand of the question. So First thing is everyone should complete that syllabus. Even additional main specific syllabus like ethics, internal security, society, these governance, these should be covered by the people, and one should prepare their short notes. The problem with mains preparation is people struggle to find juggle with a lot of notes. My advice would be find one good notes. It can be any notes. It can be your own class notes, or it can be any toppers notes, or it can be any institute's notes. But the things you need to check is, first thing, it is covering the all whole syllabus of the that particular topic. Say society, it should cover every word of the syllabus. Say communalism, caste, women issues, and society, all the societal issues which were there, society and social justice. So it should cover all these issues. And one more thing, it should not be very elaborative. It should have a point formatted structure, which how we are writing answers. So the way the notes is presented should align with the demand of the examination. So that is something one should note. And uh, and also orientation with PYQs. So the notes and content, all the content, if they are updating as per the demand of the examination, if they are updating as per the demand of the examination, like say there are some topics in 2022, I think they asked the question about cryptocurrency impact on society. So such things, such new trends, such dynamic evolving of examination. So such things can be should be as much as possible, especially if they are in PYQs, they should be in the notes. So these are few things you can check, or you can make any your own notes out of that material. But be very sure that your note making should not take very much huge amount of your time from the preparation, because again we have to study other papers and also do answer writing practice. So that is one thing. And also one should also focus on answer writing practice. So when I say focus on answer writing practice means uh, that should be from after, especially in between now prelims and mains, that their focus should be on answer writing every day. And this is a mistake I had committed, because I could not give enough time on answer writing, considering my optional uh, and the time I had given to my optional. So that was very difficult for me. And I usually write answers on a weekly basis. But if I had given chance one again, I would not do that, and I will write as much as possible daily. Say at least 5 to 6 answers is enough. So 5 answers would take 40 minutes of our time, and some time for analysis. So it would not take not more than 1 hour of my time daily. So one should focus on daily writing, answer writing practice, especially between prelims and mains. And but so many people ask about daily answer writing. I would say it is not needed from the starting itself. But once people finish their syllabus, finish their whole GS syllabus, they should devote a certain amount of time for answer writing, say 2 to 3 months, where they should practice answers consistently, so that they can improve. They can work upon how to write an answer itself, like whether they have intro, body, conclusion, whether they are structuring their answers, whether they are understanding the question, and whether they are writing answer relevant to the demand of the question itself. So these aspects should can be learned, and this is not a one or few days process. This is a gradual process which a person will learn throughout, even before the day he is writing his final mains, or the person who secured all India rank 1 or all India rank 100. That person will also learn something new, even something else or something new, even before 1 week before the examination. So this is a continuous process, and everyone should invest certain amount of time where they can achieve that structure in their answer writing, and they can from there they can improve, they can work gradually, step by step, considering their schedule and time. So these are the two things. And next, for mains, one should try to maintain short notes for every line of the syllabus. Same for GS paper 2, basic structure doctrine ka. You should have the notes. There is a topic called local government. So one should have elaborate proper notes. 3 4 pages of notes is enough. And because every year you are going to get a question from federalism, local government, constitutional bodies, non-constitutional bodies, comparison of constitution. There are every if you go through the PYQs, you'll get for every line of syllabus there will be a question. Every alternate or some lines, maybe some for some part of syllabus you may not find every year, but every alternate year you'll find a question in the syllabus, in the paper. So you should have a short detail, not detail, a proper short notes for every topic of the syllabus, in the syllabus. So with that, then the next thing would be referring the topper answers copies. So this is a strategy I adopted this year, last year, in my last year mains, because I had very less time of preparation, because I had some personal issues by during the preparation of my mains. So I could not study for 10 15 days properly. And what I did was, I took some topper copies of the previous year, like Aditya Srivastava sirs, Aishwarya ma'am, and Ayan Jain sir. Like people like this, and some of the copies of my friends I know in my preparation who scored a decent scores in the respective papers. So I took those papers and I compared my answers with their answers. So I observed what is the difference, and how can I improve myself, and what am I lacking. So there will be some points where I write with the same point and they write the same point, but their score in the examination is different. They score more marks, say 1 mark more in that particular question. I used to observe why is it happening. So is it because of the framing of those sentences, or the presentation itself, or the prioritization of points, etc., etc.? So these are all the things I try to focus. And I can say my marks decently improved. I can say GS1 and GS3, my score has improved about 28 marks combinedly in GS1 and GS3 this time. GS2, I was able to maintain that score decently. So this is one suggestion I would like to give. Compare your answers with topper copies, and see how you are doing. What is the difference? Because many of us have the same content, but it's about how you put that content on the paper in that limited amount of time is the difference, that makes you a ranker or the person who had attempted mains. So that is the thing I would like to suggest. And regarding essay, so essay is a paper where it's getting very dicey and unpredictable, out of in this unpredictable whole journey and examination, because my scores of this whole journey is around 100. I got 104, 98, 101, and 96 this time. So I started working on writing essays. I read many topper copies, and I had a list of quotations, some stories which I can use in exam, based on various kind of themes which we are getting as essay topics in this examination. I had some list of stories, anecdotes, and also some quotations, and I used to mark them up daily on a regular basis, and especially in that prelims and mains ka time. And also I used to read topper copies, and I also wrote certain essays, watched some discussion videos. But however, unfortunately, I could never improve my score, and it was hovering around that 100 itself, despite the new things I try to implement. So but one thing is, my score was never very low and never very high. So I used to score that average score consistently. So having decent structure in your essay, and breaking down the topic, and brainstorming on a multidimensional basis as per the requirement of the topic is very important, for you to write a decent essay. I would say you can write even better essays than me. I'm not very good at essay writing. However, with consistent practice, and there are other good toppers who share their essay content on their own platform, so you can refer them. And also, one thing I observed is people who are very creative and free in their expression of writing are securing more marks in this examination. Me myself being an engineer and coming from mathematics background, so we do not our mind is not uh, does not have such flexibility, and it's often very objective, calculative, and rigid. So I think that is one of the reason I was not able to gain that answer writing skill in essay writing skill. So as per my observation, those who have this freedom of very creative expression, I would say freedom of expression in in essay writing is being rewarded. So who have this very creative expression and not sticking to this pestle mode of approach, and one should start getting out of that pestle mode of writing essays, which was very much outdated. And I write pestle dimensions, but I don't follow pestle as an approach itself. If the essay demands a dimension from any of these areas, I would write the essay. If the essay doesn't demand any aspect from, say, political, I would not write anything about political or anything related to international aspect. So whatever is demanded on as per the topic of the essay, I would write that. And say pestle is a point of reference rather than pestle is as an approach itself. So so for essay, that would be that was a strategy, though it did not work, but it secured me an average score every time, not very low score, not very high score. And next, regarding I would say next question. So regarding optional, how to choose optional. So as I said at the starting of the video, one should look at three things. First one, your interest, your liking for the optional, because you are going to live with your optional for next few years of this preparation journey. The second one, availability of resources and material. And the third one is the success in this examination. How much, what is the frequency, what is the quantum of the score people are getting, and what are the success, what is the success ratio. So one should consider all these aspects and decide their optional. And that is very important, because if you don't like your optional, you are certainly probably you're not going to clear this examination. Let me be very clear with this. So regarding my optional strategy, so my optional, as I said, was mathematics, and mathematics as an optional is very huge, humongous. Any other optional usually will take 3 to 4 months of time to cover the syllabus, but mathematics as an optional will take at least 7 to 8 months to cover the syllabus itself. 7 months or 8 months. Syllabus means learning the topics, all the topics given in the syllabus, and solving some problems, examples, PYQs, covering these things and understanding the concepts and everything will take at least 7 to 8 months. So a Karna, so that will, and mathematics as an optional will demand significant amount of time into your of your preparation, and often this comes at the cost of compromising your answer GS preparation. And this GS preparation, where this will make your GS preparation very difficult sometimes, or and sometimes you may not be able to improve your answer writing, and that which happened with me to an extent. So but you if you score really well in mathematics, you will be rewarded very well. So that cost to benefit reward is used to be very high, but still it's good, but it's not very high right now. So that thing. And so after finishing the syllabus, I started preparing my own short notes based on after revision of each topic. There are many topper short notes which are available, like Kanisha Kataria sir, 2018 A1. So I referred his short notes as a reference material, and then I prepared my own short notes, and I prepared my own short notes for each topic. Along with that, after solving the PYQs, important the problems in the textbook, and we need to solve this on a regular basis, because if you solve a problem right now on once, that doesn't mean you will solve the problem again in the next say 2 months later. So we have to keep practicing the problems again and again in mathematics. So after that, I used to make a short notes of important problems which might come for the next examination, or considering the difficulty of the paper and PYQs. So I used to make an important problems notes, and I used to keep revising them again and again. So these are the two things. Along with that, I used to solve test series of mathematics regularly. I used to solve mainly IMS and Mathocrat. So either I'll solve them in 3 hour test setting, or three just solve them on their own casually. So these things I had done. And so So next thing would be mains answer frame. Okay. So regarding framing the mains answer, so I think everyone knows. Many people heard about this. An answer should involve an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. So an introduction should introduce you about the either context of the question or what is being asked in the question itself. If they ask uh, what is aurora borealis, you just have to write about what is aurora borealis itself. If they gave some statement about, say, local self government, how panchayats are functioning, and they ask you to comment on that, based on the context of the statement, you can introduce with either with a contextual statement or a data or a fact relevant to it. You can say 73rd for panchayats, 73rd constitutional amendment brought this and that about introduce part 11 into the constitution, etc., etc. And you can write a whole statement considering the context of the question to bring decentralized governance into this country, etc. So like that. And the body should be the actual demand of the question itself. So if you have, say, two parts into the question, your body should have two subheadings, so which clearly address what is there. Your subheading should tell what you are going to address. And regarding the subheadings, you don't have to use your creativity or mind. You can just take them from the question itself, what you are trying to address, and you take that as a subheading, and you write all the points. Say if you are going to write and write more number of points. See, considering the competition, the more number of points you write, the more you will be rewarded. I believe. So one has to write not just 3 or 4 points, but 5, 6 at least per subheading. And then after addressing the body part, conclusion remark should be, if it is if the question is about critically analyze or any comment or discuss on, after writing all those addressing all the dimensions, you will write a concluding statement which is either in a positive direction, or something government is doing, or something which you aspire, or someone, a visionary leader, like say Ambedkar's or Mahatma Gandhi's vision on certain things. You can write those, or in economy, or you can write the forward direction, like how agriculture should work, like post agriculture infrastructure. So post harvester infrastructure ke related, there will be a question. So you can say post harvester related infrastructure will certainly improve the productivity of the agriculture, and it will reduce the agriculture distress eventually, improving, and also you can say doubling the farmers income, this and that. So you can write something, say you can say also say sustainable development goals will be achieved, etc. So something you can say like but it should always be positive, not it should never be negative. It should be positive, optimistic, and forward looking. These are the things which must be noted in one's conclusion. So basically this is the structure of your answer should be. And now I would like to go through some comments and answer them. So motivation, see, regarding my motivation, once I decided to come into this examination, I was very firm. I will clear this examination, and I will come out with with the service I wanted, or with a service for sure. So your desire, to become an IAS or IPS. That itself is enough. Uh, and motivation is some. I think motivation is something, which is very short lived. I think one should focus on discipline, because motivation you can get it by watching some videos or some talking to some friend or your parents or something, doing something else. But it's a spike of emotion, which will be short lived and which is difficult to sustain also. But you need motivation sometimes, and that is, in my case, it's my personal motivation. And I also frequently talk to my grandparents, my brother, and my friends, and who, when I was low or not feeling well, so they used to encourage me, and that used to that used to act as a boost to my preparation. So these two things. And I would say, don't look for motivation regularly. You should look for it sometimes, but you should look for discipline. With discipline, and consistency, I think you can do wonders in this examination, or not only this examination, everywhere. So how to complete main syllabus till the end of December, and please suggest your resources. So, regarding finishing the syllabus, main syllabus till December, there is about 6 to 7 months. So, in these 6 to 7 months, you should divide your time into 50-50% for, say, GS and optional. My advice is, because optional is, you will not get to study your optional again when you start your prelims preparation. So you should finish your optional syllabus first. And I would say you one need to spend about 9 to 10 hours of study in this preparation now. And so spend some 50% of your time on optional preparation. First finish the syllabus, then look at the PYQs, start preparing your own short notes, and start also daily answer writing of your optional. Write 3 to 4 questions of PYQs, or do join some daily answer writing thing, and finish the syllabus and finish the short notes as much as possible. And then I think you will get a fair structure of how to answer your optional, how to you'd have your short notes which will be ready for next examination when you are going to write the mains. And you'll be thorough with your optional subject. And regarding GS, I would say you can pick any paper. Pick GS 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever you'd like. Say if you pick GS GS 2, say GS 2, you pick Polity. Politica syllabus, you would have studied already to an extent. So go through the syllabus, read everything you have, and identify areas where you don't have any notes or content. So then find any institute material or toppers which have that note, which have that content. Say for example, comparison of constitution. Generally, Lakshmikant has some chapter, so you can read that chapter and you can make a short notes out of it. So like that, you finish the syllabus, you finish topic by topic for each paper. Then you look at PYQs of that topic, say Politica. So you look at PYQs, and you look at not just PYQs, and you should practice them. You should write an answer, and you can get that answer evaluated either by your any mentor or peer evaluation. So you can have your friends who is going to write this examination. So have a good peer group, so where you write the answers, and get your answers checked or evaluated by your peers. What do they say? But get a serious small peer group. So that is one thing. So take paper by paper, but only one thing is, don't write on too many boards at the same time. Only two. It should be optional and one GS topic. You can't do 3-4 topics at the same time. Say optional का एक है, GS 4 का एक है, GS 2 का एक topic करूँगा. So this makes it very difficult, and you can't focus and do properly one topic. So that's why take for 4 to 5 4 hours a day, do optional well, and do one topic of GS well. So then you will complete. That will make your syllabus. You can complete your syllabus well, and also you can also have adequate time of practice and note making also. So that is one thing. And so 2026 ka, see 2026 ka, see you have about 1 year of time. I would say by December, start finishing your syllabus first of all. So first of all, finish the polity, geography, history, and economical syllabus. Then, along with that, you should start your optional preparation, decide your optional, and prepare your optional. Then you should start going into after these four topics. Next, you go for environment and science and tech. Then you should go for main specific topics like governance, society, security, and all. So that since time is just 1 year, you should try to finish the syllabus in say 7 to 8 months. Next 7 to 8 months, and after that, from February, at least February, one should start focusing on prelims, because writing prelims for the first time is very difficult, difficult thing, because considering the paper evaluation, and so one has to focus on prelims specifically, at least for the first time. Uh, so they should write enough tests, work on the PYQs, revise the content again and again, analyze the PYQs and all. So and once they execute, they were able to execute it well in the exam, and also focusing on CSAT is very important. Once they were able to do all these things, you can go for prelims examination well. I think I have told my prelims and CSAT ka strategy. Prelims ka paper one ka, the only there are two major pillars. Static part, revising the static part again and again. The second one, CSAT. Sorry, CSAT. PYQs. I did the PYQs so many times, and I read the relevant current content around it. Along with that, analyzing the papers again and again after you had written, analyzing the mistakes, rectifying them, try not to repeating those mistakes, identifying the patterns, like if a sentence is given in such in a particular format. Sometimes UPSC gives like that, like if there are in a sentence, if there is a positive and a negative thing, and they are interjointed, that statement is usually wrong, because that statement is a cooked up statement, and usually the statement is not written, that won't be written in an official sources, official or regular sources. If a statement involves both involves a negative and positive thing, that will not be there in general literature aspect, the way things are written. So they will be written as two separate sentences. So this is one pattern I came to know from my friends, and when once I observed this across the PYQs, I came to know, okay, this is correct, and I started marking such statements as wrong every time. So this is this kind of analysis you should follow actually. What are the reasons जिस लोगों को एक दो अटेम्प्ट में सक्सेस नहीं ले पाते हैं, कि what you experience? See, after your many years experience, what mistakes avoid and what are the good things to do? Okay, so some mistakes which I would suggest new aspirants or the aspirant people who are preparing right now to avoid is one thing. The first thing I would like to convey is, do not waste your attempts, because your attempts are golden and costly. I wasted one of my attempt and I regret it. So never ever give an unprepared attempt. The second one, answer writing. Not focusing enough on answer writing, because I did not focus enough on answer writing in my first two attempts, and I excessively focused on mathematics and did not give enough time. So I always scored an average score in GS, like around 370s in four GS papers. So that was always the case. This year there was a slight improvement. Again, I could not improve as much as 420, 430, but I was able to reach around 390 plus. So that was still an issue for me. So answer writing practice. Answer writing practice, I will not say don't do it from the day one itself, like when you start the preparation. But once you finished considerable chunk of your syllabus, you should start working on your answer writing. So these two things. The third thing is not relying on PYQs much. So some people just follow test series or look at PYQs on a surface level, but one needs to understand why such question has been asked, or what is the pattern of the question, and reading the relevant current content around it, etc., etc. This all analysis should be done in the PYQs. And the fourth one is relying on excessively on current affairs. Don't read current affairs too much. Don't spend too much time on current affairs. Current affairs is like not even 20% of your syllabus, and some people spend 50% more than 50% of their time, or worry 50% of their time about current affairs. It's all right. You just, but one has to read the newspaper regular on a regular basis, and that would be enough. That awareness and reading and compilation of updated of any decent institute, that makes it enough to cover your current affairs, rather than you don't have to spend so much time. And one more thing is maintaining discipline and health. So sometimes we usually neglect our health for this preparation, and I did for some time, and that will affect that certainly affected my productivity. So one should really focus on their health, focus during this preparation. So if you are really healthy, you can cover your whole syllabus, or you can do your preparation what you generally read in 6 hours, you can do it in 3 to 4 hours itself. So your productivity will automatically increase. So you don't have to spend 12 hours a day, but you can just do the same thing in 7 8 hours itself. So focus on your health, eating habits, and in some other mistakes, we also maintain a good small peer group, say 3 to 4 people, where you can discuss, actually not waste time, but serious aspirants who try to work on improving themselves in this examination or on personal level. So have a small peer group where you can get your doubts resolved, or discuss your approach, or where you can share your notes, anything. But that should be a very serious one. So, sir, is 1 year sufficient for preparation? No, actually, this whole examination cycle itself is about 2 years. So, if you start your preparation 1 year from today, next year you are going to attempt your prelims. Then you have to prepare for 3 months for mains. Then again you have to prepare for interview. Let's say there will be 4 5 months. So this whole one attempt cycle is about more than 1.5 year, about 2 years. So and me myself cleared this examination in 5 year or more than 5 years. I cannot I cannot say 1 year is sufficient, but there are people who cleared this examination in first attempt. But often they themselves have prepared for more than 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and they gave a very good solid attempt and they cleared this examination. This is my observation. But if you prepared enough and thoroughly well, and doing everything which is required, I think in 2 to 3 years you can clear this examination well. This is my observation because of some mistakes and lack of awareness at that time, and on some issues on personal level and family. So I could not clear this examination early. But with some bit of luck, I think people can crack this examination in 2 to 3 years itself. And regarding how much time we need to spend per day, I would say average, if you don't have examination, at least on an average 8 to 9 hours. And during the prelims and mains examination time, that time increases to as much as possible, say 13 hours or 14. Before examination, I used to spend 12, about 14 hours, 13, 14 hours a day. But if the examination is not nearby, I used to spend 8 hours, and sometimes 8 9 hours, sometimes only 6 hours. So but one should be very much consistent with this examination, so that they will not lose track of their preparation, and they will be on track with their preparation schedule and everything. And yeah, I think all the comment, I think I try to address all the comments. So regarding answer writing, शुरुआत कैसे करें? So I started answer writing. So I joined foundation course in Vishna AS in 2019. So there they offered. So with the classes, I started writing some answers, and also they gave some small sectional tests. About 7 questions or 10 questions, I don't remember that exactly. But I started writing some of them, and after getting some feedback, I got hang of that structure and everything. So I started to write some decent answers, but not very good answers, but decent average answers. And after that, that is the start of my answer writing. And once I cleared the prelims, I started focusing more on answer writing. I used to write about 10 tests per mains, even though they are not very high. This year I had written about 15 tests. Usually I had written 8 to 10, but this year in this final attempt I had written about 16 tests. And I also used to brainstorm many questions other than that, PYQs and other test series. And with that knowledge and experience, I went and I had written it. So I would suggest take some PYQs or do join any short length daily answer writing course. That I'm not endorsing any institute, but it's about getting that writing practice. Say for 2 months there will be some daily answer writing practices. So get you can join one good one and get good feedback and get your structure and approach well ready. With that, you can proceed ahead with your preparation. So yeah, I think I try to address all the questions. Yeah, thank you very much, UPSC time, and giving me this opportunity and platform to do this interaction and address some of the doubts which I can address. And yeah, thank you very much everyone for your wishes.